Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. We are on our new playthrough with the new updates, and somebody has nothing to do. Nothing to do in range. So we'll pause that. But anyways, we left off over here on this side. We were creating some sort of water wheel masterpiece. And we were working on getting planks so that we can make our gear workshop, so that we can also make large water tanks. So that's kind of where we left off. I think our next stop is finding more wood because we are down to 1 log, which is not ideal. So I think we can actually pause a couple of these since we don't have any wood. And perhaps we should think about adding maybe another lumberjack flag somewhere over here. Although we weren't initially thinking of cutting all of these trees down, I guess we could do that for now, and they could always grow back when we actually get the, I don't know, the resin thingy-mabobber, whatever that's called. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We will add in another lumberjack flag right here. And we will high prioritize that. And that is almost built, so we can come over here and pause this lumberjack flag and send Razine over here to start chopping down some of these trees. We also do have some trees down here, as well as back there, where the scrap metal is, as well as up here. So I think what we should do is mark these trees to be cut down, and then maybe we can pause one of these gatherer flags and turn back on one of these lumberjacks. And we'll make sure both of these are prioritizing planting. But I think right now our biggest roadblock is probably wood. And I think we're also maybe making some of these babies a little bit too fast. Maybe? Because we already have 3 homeless. So maybe we should consider prioritizing one of these to get built. Now I'm thinking what we should do, if we come over here to the district center, I think we can actually reach just over this way. If we do a path along here, I'm pretty sure we can reach this area over here. I'm pretty sure this can reach all of these trees, maybe even these trees. And then once they clear out the trees, we can actually replace that with a metal scavenger flag. But it says it's not connected. Oh gosh. Okay, so we'll have to delete that, and then we'll have to put in a lumberjack flag here, which is not as ideal, but I think that should work. And we'll go ahead and pause this one, although he does still have a couple of trees to cut here. We can't let any of these trees go to waste. We need every single log we can get. We still need 13 more planks to finish our gear setup, and then we're still going to need a lot of planks to actually build these large water tanks. And our storage is full as well, so I'm wondering if maybe we should look at trying to unlock this large warehouse now that we actually have enough science points. However, it does require 80 planks to build versus 15 logs. So that is quite a trade-off, and I don't know if we have the wood for that yet. But our farmhouses, as you can see, are full, so we do desperately need more storage. So I'm going to unlock this. I think we'll come in here and put this there. And they actually just finished building another barrack for us, so we now do not have any homeless beavers. And this gear workshop is still taking forever. We still need 8 more planks. But it looks like we can actually come over here and add in some more. I think we'll do chestnut trees all in here. But I do think we'll leave this as a path through here. Since this is kind of a waiting game for resources, I'm going to fast forward and be back when our gear workshop is finally built. Now I'm realizing the main reason that we're actually not getting gears is because this compact water wheel is actually not turning. And since that water wheel's not turning, their efficiency is absolutely terrible. So if we pause this and this, it still doesn't really help their efficiency, to be honest. So maybe we should just leave them all on. Oh, it's so slow. And we have a drought in 3 days. 3 days, and we still need 1 more plank. Just one. Just one. That I think is almost finished building here. It's at 96%. And we have the plank. And the plank is in the gear workshop, and we have a gear workshop. So I'm going to pause one of these. Actually, I guess I'll leave that open. But we don't have a large water tank yet, so we desperately need to get that up and running. So I am going to high prioritize that. I think I'm actually going to do some temporary platforms across here and high prioritize just this bit so that we can get these water wheels built, and then second prioritize this bit so that we can get these built. I did end up putting another small warehouse here because we were running so low on storage, and this one requires so many planks to get built. But we're actually almost full on this one as well, so I think we will put yet another storage hut somewhere in here. And the drought is here, and it is a three-day drought. So we will go ahead and pause a couple of these. I think we'll just leave one running. And since there's not a whole lot that we can do until we get our planks, I am just going to fast forward as quickly as possible. I love how the water wheels actually work when it's like a drought, and they actually work better than when the water's flowing. It makes no sense to me. We are running pretty low on water. We're down to 30, but I did put in a couple more small water tanks just to keep going until we actually have enough planks and gears for our large water tanks. However, it doesn't look like we even have any gears yet, sadly. I think we'll actually turn on this other water pump too, since we're running pretty low on water. And I'm going to pause 2 of these breeding pods because our little beaver army is just growing way too fast. We already have 40 beavers. Is that right? No, we have 30 beavers, 40 houses, but that is still quite a bit for how little water and food we have. And we do have enough science to unlock stairs finally as well. And the drought has ended. That was such a short drought. Lovely. So we'll turn back on our water pump. And hopefully the water will flow enough to let us make enough planks to actually build the other water wheels, hopefully. I'm thinking now that we've unlocked stairs, we could also look at going up this way. Now we have 4 unemployed beavers. So I'm thinking we can unlock this scavenger flag and come over here and replace our lumberjack flag maybe with the scavenger flag. and see if perhaps that will reach. It looks like it should. And we can up our district center so that we have more workers. I mean, we still have 2 unemployed beavers. I'm almost thinking it might be time to unlock the aquatic farmhouse and perhaps look at planning something out for that. But for the aquatic farmhouse, we need 150 science points. We have 98 science points right now. So we'll have to wait a little bit on that. And we have our first gear! We have 1 gear. We need 19 more. But it is still very exciting. These water wheels are literally the worst. Like, they're barely moving. It's always the one water wheel that I don't need to move that's moving somehow. And we now have 150 science points, so we can go ahead and unlock our aquatic farmhouse that I think we will put in here with stairs going down this way. So now with this, we can put in cattail and spatterdock. Spatterdock takes 12 days to grow. Cattail takes 8 days to grow. And you get 3 from each. So it seems like cattail makes significantly more sense. Unless I'm missing something. So let's go ahead and put that in. Here. And here. We have to be mindful of this wheel. So I think something like that. I know we technically don't need the path here to plant all this, but I think it just looks a little bit nicer. So we'll leave that in. And I'm thinking maybe we even go here. Now we have all the planks we need for the large water tank, which I'm hoping means they will actually get going on these platforms so that we can get across to here. Now that we've cleared out pretty much this whole side of trees, I'm thinking that we should build an industrial log pile somewhere over here so it's actually closer to our trees. So let's build that. I think we'll build that here. But this will be a low priority item since we really don't have many logs that we're storing right now anyways. Okay, so I've decided this water wheel situation is absolutely horrendous and we have extra beavers. So we might as well put in a couple of temporary power wheels so that we can actually crank out some planks and gears. Because this is just brutal until we get over here and get our whole line of... Whoa. Look at those! Those go so far down, those like water pumps. Anyways, until we get our whole... Yay! Platform situation built out so we can get these going. This is just too painful. So we're going to build out some power wheels. And then I think to increase the building time, since we do have some extra beavers, we are also going to unlock the builder's hut. And we'll put that there in the center. It's not a super high priority item, but I think it'll be good to have. Look, are these beavers just like hanging out over here? Oh, they're unemployed. Oh, look at them. They're like, what do we do? Where do we go? Well, don't worry. You will soon be on the power wheel in 20 more logs. You will have a job and it will be to run for the rest of your life. Our power wheel has all the logs that we need. Build progress is almost complete. And now we have Vuzembi running over to the power wheel. Any moment now. There he goes! And we have power! Look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. We still don't have a lot of power, but 37 efficiency is significantly better than 7% efficiency, which is what it was before. And then we'll get this one up and running so that this one, the gear workshop, can keep going as well. I think the problem we're having right now is we're still very short on trees. So if we come in here and we take stairs down to here, cool, we're collecting metal. We have 20 scrap metal. That is quite awesome. Now, if we do stairs down this way, I think we should be able to just put in a... Actually, this lumberjack flag will probably reach. And then we can just come down here and cut all of these trees down. And maybe even plant some trees down here too, just to help a little bit. And we have another drought in 3 days. We still have no gears for our large water tank. It's very, very sad. So we need to up our wood. That is our biggest shortage right now. So if we do more maple, I think that's our best bet. And we come in here. I think we'll just kind of line this whole area with maple. Or maybe we should keep it with our current planning situation and do pine and blueberries. We actually have 5 planks in storage, which I think is the first time we've ever actually had planks in storage. So we should be able to hopefully start building these pretty soon. It looks like they can actually reach this water wheel from here. So we probably don't need to high prioritize this one or this one or this one. We actually might be able to just delete these because it looks like they can reach this one from this platform. So they should be able to reach this water wheel from this platform, which will save us some planks. And we have another water wheel up and running. Woo! We are still somehow only at 70% efficiency, but we have another water wheel. And we have 1 day left until the drought. We are doing just fine on food. Our water levels are not that great though, because we cannot seem to get these large water tanks built. So I think just because they only take logs, I am going to put in a few more small water tanks, just in case we end up with a longer drought. Now they just finished building this part here, and it looks like they can't build this one. So we do need to actually put another platform in here. Whoops, not 2 platforms, just the one. And we are in a 4-day drought. So we are going to pause a couple of water pumps. Unfortunately, these did not get built in time, but this one should get built here pretty soon and we can start filling up that water tank. But 4 days is not terrible, so hopefully we should be okay on that. And it looks like our biggest constraint right now with farming is actually storage, because we are so short on storage. We have nowhere to put our potatoes or our wheat. Also probably because we have no way to actually make the potatoes. That is another issue at the moment with our storage. So hopefully we can get this large warehouse built pretty quickly after these large water tanks. Oh, we need so many planks. It's like what came first, the plank or the water wheel, because I need planks in order to get this whole water wheel thing up and running to make more planks. Makes absolutely no sense. So perhaps what we'll do, because our power supply is pretty awful, I think we will go ahead and put in one more of these guys here. And maybe in the meantime we will do another small warehouse here just because we are so short on places to store stuff. I feel like I've high prioritized just about everything, but we're working on this water wheel or power wheel, working on our industrial log pile since we are actually starting to see some of our trees grow, and then we have a lot of things going on. I think this is probably too ambitious. I think we can actually pause building a couple of these. We don't really need those yet. So our industrial log pile is built, which means it'll cut down the amount of time it takes for them to transfer logs to storage. So that is good. But there's still, for some reason, where are you going, little buddy? Kelraz is a gatherer and he's still bringing wood over here. Why? Why would you do that? I don't quite understand that. When you have a pile here. And we have 2 days left of this drought. Not too much longer. I don't know why they're not bringing logs to this power wheel. They seem to be like preoccupied with bringing them over here for some reason, even though this is the lowest priority item. But I'm sure they will get to it eventually. I'm almost wondering if we should consider putting in another lumberjack flag now that these are growing pretty quickly. So maybe what we'll do if we go here, maybe we'll just put in 2 more. I think should be good. And somehow we still have only built 1 gear in this entire time. Just 1 gear because we have no power. And this guy is like, I don't know, not running or something. So it seems like we just don't have enough power. So we're operating at a very, very, very low efficiency. So maybe once we get this one built here, maybe if we high prioritize that. I know we've just high prioritized literally everything. And we have 1 more gear in our inventory finally. So that will come over here and we'll have 2 gears in there, I'm guessing. But we really do need to look at getting maybe another gear workshop online as well, because this is a very, very, very slow going process. It still seems like wood is our biggest issue. We only have 3 logs right now, and all of those are pretty much spoken for. So if we can find a way to expand our forest population, that would be great. So let's look at coming over here. And I suppose we could at least put a few more maples in here. And the drought has ended just in time because we only have 12 water. That was a little bit too close for comfort. And this water wheel is up and running too. And the water is flowing. You can see it coming down the waterfall and starting to spill over this dam. However, these are barely... Oh, there they go! Woo! We have 100% efficiency, I think, for the first time ever. So this should help us to get our gears and planks going quite a bit faster. So I just realized they've been putting all the planks or the gears into this one, and I've been monitoring this one, wondering where all of our gears have been going. So the good news is we now have 6 gears. Not amazing, but not terrible. Oh no. Oh, you know what? This isn't going to connect until we build out this. And then this should connect. So we'll pause this for now. But I did add a couple more lumberjack flags in order to try and get some of this wood chopped down a little bit faster. And I think this one reaches most of this area here. We might need to add in... Oh, we're just barely short, but I think that should be good enough. And we can also unpause this gatherer flag because these berries are now ready to be picked. But we still have nowhere to store our potatoes and wheat, and we can't eat them because we don't have the grill up and running. So what I'm thinking is that maybe we should replace this with some sort of intersection, and then we should put our grill, I think, here, and we could do a couple of grills. So what we're going to do is put the bakery or the grill here for the potatoes, and then we will get this power, I think, transferred, but we need the high power shaft, and then we'll go ahead and transfer it up and over this path to the grill, and then we'll put the bakery, or the gristmill actually, next door to it, like so. So I think that should work. That's the plan once they chop these trees down. We'll low prioritize that since we still don't even have the gristmill up and running. And we finally are actually collecting enough wood. We have 129 logs, which is finally caught up to the amount of logs that we're going through. So that is very, very exciting. We can actually start getting some of these things built. And there's no recipe selected, and it's not connected because this whole thing has to be connected. Oh, and look at that. We can do potatoes, chestnuts, and spatterdock. I think we'll just do potatoes though. I wonder what we need to do for the cattail. I don't know if we need to like grill that, or I don't know what we do with it, but we definitely need to start making potatoes so that we have more food. And we have enough science points to unlock the high power shaft, so we're going to unlock that, and that will be placed here with this on top, and then we'll do one more on the other side. So I think we should probably look at high prioritizing this bit here. Our large warehouse is built. I didn't even notice. I have no idea when that got built, but I think that gives us quite a bit more storage. So we should be able to collect more of these potatoes and wheat because we actually now have a place to store them. So hopefully that will start going up, and our berry picking should start going up as well because these have all pretty much been full. So we've just been waiting on storage. And we need 7 more gears. That is not too shabby. Our efficiency is still terrible despite having so many water wheels and hamster wheels and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on, but our efficiency is still massively suffering. So what I'm thinking is that we should prioritize getting this whole strip built out here so that we can start grilling our potatoes. And we can also now add in this high power shaft here. And once we get power and once we get this path, hopefully this will connect to the district center. And then we can employ someone to work here. And then since we have the bakery, we'll need to add a grist mill probably here. But we'll wait until they knock this tree down here. Now that they've demolished this tree, we will go in here. Oh, they haven't collected the piece of wood. Hurry up. There we go. So we'll put the stairs in here. And hopefully that will let us to connect a path over this way so that we can start building this magnificent water wheel and get some power going up here. And hopefully that should reach once we get all this built out. So we're just waiting on 3 more pieces here before we can see if our district center will actually connect. I think, oh, well, it would help if I put a path here. But I think if we look at this, it's green, so it definitely should reach to up here to help us build this large water wheel, because right now our path coming from this side ends here, which is a bit of a problem. And we have another drought in 3 days. Maybe by some miracle we can track down 4 more gears and finally finish getting this water tank set up. 3 more gears. We're so close. Literally so close. And then we just need 1 more piece here. And there we go. So moment of truth. Let's see if this reaches. And it definitely does, which is great. Now, one thing I did not realize is that these high power shafts actually require gears. So it is going to be a bit of a wait before we can actually get that there. We have 1 day left until our next drought, and we just need 1 more gear for this large water tank. I think there's a chance it might just come in time. This is so close. It's 20% built. These gears take 6 hours to turn planks into gears. It's crazy. So it takes forever, but it's at 40%, so we're almost there. And this gear was just made, so we have 1 gear in stock, which means a beaver should come by any minute to grab it. Any minute now. And here we go. We have this beaver, Zomua Bod, 41 years old, works at the district center, carrying over our last gear. Look at him go. And here he goes. He's putting the gear in here, and we now officially have a large water tank. That is so exciting. So let's go ahead and maybe we'll wait on emptying storage until we actually are through the drought. I don't want to empty our water storage into here. I'd rather than focus on filling this with the water from here. And the drought has begun. We are in a 4-day drought. That is not too bad, but I think this is a pretty good place to stop. Progress has been slow given our lack of power, but now that we're starting to get some of these water wheels up and running, I think we should be in a much better place. And when we come back next time, we will continue to work on this water wheel power setup we have going on, as well as start our aquatic farming. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new update, and I will see you in the next one.